Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We are nearly to the launch of Season 5 here in Modern Warfare and Warzone, and today is the biggest day yet when it comes to new information, as we got the official Season 5 trailer, which honestly reveals a ton of stuff, including the new Warzone map updates, the new multiplayer maps, and even more. So today, you guys already know, we're breaking all of it down. So, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, this is the place to be if you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, pretty much everything like that. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Now, getting right into the trailer, doing a little frame by frame action, let's break down basically everything we can spot in it. So first things first, yes, the stadium is opening, and yes, a train is coming. But in addition to that, in the first few seconds, we can also see that a grappling feature is coming. We can actually see a character ziplining up the prison, so that's definitely going to be a really cool upgrade. More on this a bit later on into the trailer. Then we see a clip of the train coming to the map, and there's loads of cargo on this thing, including a shield turret, which you can actually use apparently. That'll definitely be a very interesting feature. Curious to see how exactly that's going to sort of impact the flow of the game, I guess. And then we also see just how the events of the teasers from a few days back played out. Turns out, the Shadow Company is in fact responsible for blowing a hole in the stadium, as Rose was the one who actually planted the C4 on the roof to blow it open. Now, after that, we see another clip of the train, and one thing I want to point out here is that underneath the tarp there, that is definitely a tank. Not gonna lie, really hoping that's not gonna be coming as like a new thing in Warzone. I don't think an incredibly powerful tank would have a great effect on the gameplay in a positive way, so hopefully that's just an aesthetic and not an actual new feature. Then, moving into the multiplayer section of the trailer, we end up seeing a handful of new DLC maps that are coming with Season 5. Starting with Soldol Harbor, which is a 6v6 map that, surprise surprise, takes place in a harbor. Then we have the Verdansk International Airport coming as a new ground war map. We actually saw this teased back in the Shadow Company reveal trailer a few days ago, and from my understanding, no, this is not Terminal. The airport we have in Warzone is not Terminal, so by association, we can assume this is also not going to feature Terminal. I mean, it would be cool, but don't get your hopes up there. After that, we see Livestock is coming as a brand new gunfight map. This looks to take place just inside of the farmland area, and it's just sectioned off. Then finally, we have Petrov Oil Rig, which is another 6v6 map. And of course, we saw this one leaked a handful of times in the past, so really, that one is not a huge surprise there. Now, there's also even more to the trailer that shows off more of what Warzone is getting in the seasonal update, and it seems the interior of the train station is going to be getting an upgrade of some sort that sort of features a concourse area that's playable inside, so that'll definitely change up how the train station area plays in general. We also see more zip lines or grapples, whatever you want to call them, and it seems these will be available on a lot of the larger buildings to sort of combat campers sitting on the top of them. They just sort of add an alternative way up, and personally, I am really looking forward to seeing this implemented. And then finally, the trailer ends off with a much better look at the stadium. It shows off some of the playable areas on the interior, including the stands and also even the main field. So I am definitely expecting this to be a very hot drop come Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. Honestly, wouldn't really be all that surprised if there's 60, 70, maybe even 80 people landing here at once. I'd say it's gonna be pretty spicy for at least the first few days. Now, alongside the trailer, we also got some new info on some of these Season 5 DLC weapons, thanks to the previous Shadow Company reveal trailer, and also some recent leaks as well. So, thanks to some of the promo images for the Shadow Company, we actually now know that the AN-94 is coming as a new rifle for Season 5. You can actually see some of these Shadow Company members holding it in the preview image that was in the Activision blog post. And it also appears the APC-9 SMG wasn't actually scrapped after all like we thought, and this will also be coming to the game next season too. Plus, our friends BK Tour over on Twitter ended up leaking some footage for the R700 sniper rifle. Of course, I can't actually show any of that footage on screen, but it is over on his Twitter, and I will leave a link to that down below if you want to go and check that out. That would probably be the mid-season weapon for Season 5 if I had to guess. And then within the Mara Kawaii Cat bundle that we know is coming, we also have the Akimbo swords or the Akimbo katanas coming as a new melee weapon. So that is effectively what we can expect in terms of the weaponry for Season 5, and all things considered, I think this is a pretty good selection. You know, we've got a new assault rifle, a new SMG, and also a new sniper as sort of the main standouts, so a little something for everyone when it comes down to it. Of course, in the coming days, we should also see a roadmap revealed that should include some of the other content we're going to see and just sort of give us a better idea of what to expect when Season 5 goes live, as well as what's to come throughout the rest of the season too. And just going off of what we know so far, we can assume Marcus Ortega is going to be the Battle Pass operator, since he's sort of the cover character, if you will, meaning he's going to have a Tier 1 and Tier 100 skin. Velikan, we can assume, is probably going to be a store operator, most likely costing 2,400 COD points. And then the third operator is currently still a mystery. However, the roadmap should provide some better insight on that. Now, outside of what we ended up seeing revealed today, we also got a few other pieces of info on Season 5 and just the update in general over the past few days. So here, Paul Haley, who is the production director over at Infinity Ward, said that the Season 5 update is actually going to be a bit weird in a series of tweets. Basically, here's what he said. Season 5 is coming soon and it's big. With the update, we're including all the new content for the season, as well as optimizing our asset packs. This means the download will be big, but the overall size of the game will actually shrink on your consoles after you download the patch, even though we're adding in new content for the season. It is a priority for us to keep working on reducing the overall size of the game, however, at the same time, also delivering new seasons for everyone to enjoy. We will continue to work on this and keep pushing space reductions in the future. So, when it comes to the Season 5 download itself, curiously enough, an update actually went live last night on PlayStation that allows users to preload the 1.24 update. Apparently, it's about 36 gigs in size, so it's definitely a thick update, if you know what I mean. You can't actually install it yet, but you can preload it. And even though it is 36 gigs in size, after you download it, you'll actually have more free space on your console. So it's kind of like a reverse update in a sense. It adds in new content, but it reduces the size. Kind of strange stuff, but overall that's good news if you ask me. Now, staying on the Twitter trend, Joe Seacott also gave us some pretty interesting information yesterday, as he essentially teased a brand new feature that could be coming in Season 5. If it's coming, it'll probably happen in Season 5, wouldn't really make sense to add it in at any other time, and that feature is weapon inspects. So AJ tweeted at Joe about finishing his Season 4 officer challenges, and Joe replied with, "Nicely done. I love to inspect these weapon challenges." So obviously this is clear wordplay here. He loves to inspect the weapon challenges. A very weird way to phrase that if you weren't teasing the weapon inspect feature, which just so happened to also leak a few weeks back via the game files. So just adding 2 and 2 together here, Season 5 should finally give us the ability to inspect our weapons in game, which you know may not be the most impactful or game-changing feature, but personally I am pretty excited for it to be added in. Then another pretty interesting piece of info surfaced this past weekend, as the MW2 Ghost, a name that we've mentioned here before, tweeted saying, "I've received a report from a Korean-Canadian Call of Duty partner that Season 5 is going to be the last season for Modern Warfare." And apparently the YouTuber in question here heard from an Activision employee that there will not be a Season 6, which to me just sort of muddies the waters even more, because as of now, we don't really know what's after Season 5. You know, if it is a standard 8-week season like what we've seen recently, then it should be ending around the final week of September, which honestly would kind of be a strange time to end, seeing as Black Ops Cold War probably wouldn't be out for at least another month at the earliest. Now, we have also heard that recently there seem to be some files added in that reference a Season 6, but there really hasn't been much else from that leak in the time since. So as of now, it is looking like Season 5 could end up being the final season of Modern Warfare, and if that's the case, once again, it just raises more questions as to what's going to happen in the future when it comes to, I guess, just general support for the game. And honestly, and also unfortunately, only time is going to tell there. You know, I'm sure as we learn more about Call of Duty 2020, things may become a bit clearer, but until then, we're sort of just left to wonder. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is what we now know about Season 5 of Modern Warfare and Warzone, and that is going to wrap things up for today. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you guys are most excited for when it comes to the next season based off of what we know so far. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and pretty much everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuff, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found in the description below. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.